Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Good. So, previous session, we did a bit of reviewing and a bit of maintenance. Yeah. Let me put that question here for visibility on fields. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Let me take a look at this guy here. This change adds support for an updated replay menu window in the future that has a fifth column. So the time and date can both be in separate columns. Let's see, columns, yeah, list books. Yeah, okay, great. If columns 4, the original replay window menu has only 4 columns, concatenate time and date for a single column if there aren't 2 dedicated columns for time and date. Fair enough. If columns is 5. Right. But why is this only writing 3 then? There's another one here. Session index. Okay. Guess it's fine. Users expected either 4 or 5. This is more like a data assert, right? Yeah. I think debug crash doesn't make much sense. Debug crash. Maybe it should be a debug log. Debug. Debug log. I guess it's fine because right now we don't have a distinction between data assert and code assert. They're all lumped together as the same, so I guess this one is okay for now. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's okay. Yeah, I think this looks fine. A comment to put this comment before that, and then clarify also that the columns 5 version is new. Yeah. Code looks correct. Right. Just reform. Yeah. Okay. What do we have here? This change increases the send and receive buffer sizes. This can help to alleviate network pressure that can lead to the DC menu appearing when the game is waiting for more network data or has to wait for a resend. This change also implements a non-retail change to increase the amount of data stored per UDP packet. The retail game was designed with dial-up limitations in mind, which tended to limit the MTU size to 576 bytes. Internally, they chose 512 bytes as their packet size limit and then incorrectly calculated a lower max UDP payload than necessary on top of this. The fix allows the game to use 1200 bytes as a UDP payload for the greatest compatibility between different types of network connections. This should take into account overhead of PPOE, VPNs, and IPv6 on supporting networks without causing fragmentation. I have no idea what PPOE is. Peer-to-peer on end. I don't know. It's some network type. I don't know. 1200 bytes per packets. We are now handling 2.5 times the amount of data per packet compared to retail. This should allow a reduction of network traffic by up to 2/3, depending on how game commands are being generated. When testing this on Generals Online with a full 8-player Mayhem game, we did not see a single DC screen pop up. All players were creating large armies and using QQA repeatedly to move them. That's a hotkeys. QQ, select all A attack move. I know this. Let me look this up. PPOE. What is this standing for? Point-to-point protocol over Ethernet. Of course. Of course. Of course. VPN is a virtual private network. Internet Protocol version 6. Okay, we know this. This is Universal Data Protocol, I think. MTU, what is this? I don't know what MTU is either. Let's see that. MTU, Maximum Transmission Unit. Okay, makes sense. What other? DC is disconnect. Man, someone who has no idea of computing will have a really hard time reading this. DC, UDP, MTU, UDP, PPOE, VPN, IPv6, Go, UQA, PR. Okay, looks like Greptile is not happy with this. Uh-oh. God damn it. Incorrect dial-up payload math. The comment says dial-up restriction is 512 minus 28 equals 484. So this is 484 and not 4676. The extra reduction is explained as a legacy miscalculation. But the wording currently reads like the mass itself yields 476. Due to a legacy miscalculation. Mm-hmm. 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 Great. Resolve. Increases buffer footprint. Sorry about that. Bumping max messages from 1 to 8 to this doubles the size of in buffer, out buffer, and delayed in buffer because these arrays are size. There's a behavioral change that can increase memory pressure. Even when retail compatible networking is kept enabled. Yeah, max messages is 128 in buffer. What's the problem? Bumping doubles the size. Doubles the size. Is that a problem? Let's take a look at the code. So, allow the use of non-retail fixes in the networking, such as putting more data per UDP packets. Okay, fair enough. Retail compatible, allow the use. Okay, so my first thought is I should just put this higher, put this next to the other retail comp macros defines. allow the use. The comment is confusing as it implies that enabling this will use fixes. Enabling this will use fixes. Apply network fixes. So LAN, blah, max LAN API packet size. Okay. While edits can make them const expra as well. We're not detecting blah 1200. We are not detecting for network fragmentation adjusting. What is MSS? Can this clarify? Can this clarify in more detail how the 1200 came to be? I suggest to preserve the original comment that demonstrated how the value came to be. Restricted, okay. LAN API packet size. The legacy LAN API cannot use a larger packet size without breaking. Legacy. Cannot use a larger packet size. Okay. Fair enough. Allow larger Ethernet UDP payload to be used for game messages. Max message len. Okay, it's really confusing because the explanations are not great. Oh, he moved these guys. Max message len. Okay, this one is unchanged. Fair enough. Max UDP payload. Yeah. Hmm. Why is this value changed? Allow larger Ethernet payload to be used for game messages. This fixes connection issues and eliminates disconnect bugs. That are right. Disconnect instead of DC. Double send and receive buffer sizes to alleviate double send and receive buffer sizes to alleviate the occurrence of disconnection issues. Receive, send and receive, alleviate the occurrence of disconnection issues. This comment should go to restricted UDP payload. Max packet size. Perhaps just call it LAN packet size. Yeah, I think there needs to be more polishing on these, on the commenting and so on. It's really confusingly written up, I would say. It's halfway there, but it needs better, less acronyms, more explanation, like how this value came to be. The comment needs to be moved into the right position. Why was this changed? Yeah. it's a bit confusing, I would say. Yeah. Hmm. 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 The presentation can be polished. Can be polished more. Hmm. Yeah. Good. Then Whew. Mm. I can do that. I would like to add an assertion. Not or this though. Mm. Mm. Init random. What is this doing? Init random. Init game logic random. Seed random. Oof. Game logic seed. Hmm. Hmm. Current. Game start. Yeah. Skirmish game options. Hmm. Hmm. I'm not sure why he thinks that this is the same. It's not. Init random also it puts a seed for music and sound. Here, audio and game client seed. Hmm. Maybe write this like so. Seeds 0 if not null pointer unexpected game mode. Mission restart. And then seed equals this. It's a bit easier to read. Okay. Oh boy. What the hell is that? uh The style was only changed because of the change below this for single player maps. With regard to setting the seed value, it's already part of game info. Set 0 as a seed value. Init random, get seed. Only changed because of the change below. I do not understand. Does this mean in single player? Does this mean when not skirmish? Does this mean when not skirmish, then skirmish then is not null here, but will be null on mission restarts? If yes, does that not indicate a bug elsewhere? I'm really confused about this. Yeah. I think this needs more discussion here. It's really confusing. Like, why you start a match and then skirmish game info is available for both skirmish and single player, but then if you do a mission restart, then suddenly this one is gone in single player but still there on skirmish. It doesn't make any sense. Like, why would this happen? And if it does happen, then it indicates that there's some problem somewhere, right? Because clearly it should survive until you do a mission restart. Like, why would it be suddenly gone? It makes no sense. Extremely confusing. Extremely confusing. Yeah. But maybe I just misunderstand the shit that Crucible. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. Use force fire to get the latest building orientation. Oh boy. What is this? Hidden pixels of listbox display region. Ah, okay. Display height. Interesting. Okay. It's, for example, this length. Put a ton of maps in your folder. Go to skirmish lobby and scroll down there. With error keys out of the game freezes. Fix. It was caused by a list box height and current scroll position overflowing. Both were stored as short. So with enough maps, the values would wrap. Once the height got large. You can also see this in the bug report video. You drag the scroll bar all the way to the end. The list wraps around and shows the first maps again instead of the last ones. Okay. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Int. That makes sense. Display pause. List length. It's funny. The short didn't even save any bytes here. Like you have these 2 bytes and then there's a 2 bytes padding, 4 bytes. And here as well, 2 bytes padding. So it didn't even save any space in this struct. This one is okay. That's 4, 3, okay, that's fine. There's 1 byte padding here. Then we have some pointers. Okay, there are 4 bytes. Yeah, 4 bytes and 32-bit app. Yeah, okay, and then these are okay. While edits, can you also audit these 2? If something is wrong, can make follow-up fix. Yeah. Thanks for scrolling the map list with arrow keys. Looks good. Makes sense. Looks good. Makes sense. Labels. Fixes. This one is retail bug or yeah, crash. Okay. Labels, GUI, crash. Major. GenZH. Needs to be replicated to generals. It already is, right? Yeah. Okay. Milestone. Major bug fixes. Okay, then we need a new fix. Mm-hmm. This change allows the use of force fire. I'm pressing Control to get the latest building orientation that was used for the placement anchoring. Okay. What is that? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's cool. Mm-hmm. Let's watch this again in full screen so you can see it better. Yeah. So you rotate it into some direction. Then you select again, you press Control, and then it recovers the last rotation that was used. The worker's very busy here. Mm-hmm. Okay, that makes sense. Place anchor orientation. Latest building orientation from placement anchoring. Place anchor orientation. Anchor start end. Anchor. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Place anchor. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Force attack. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, makes a lot of sense, yeah. Place anchor orientation. I wonder if the name could be a bit better. Superfluous. Can be cons. Place anchor orientation. Place anchor. Place anchor. Place anchor. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Twig Use Force to get the latest building orientation from placement anchoring. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's a good feature. Mm-hmm. Feed input. Mm-hmm. You could also no, that's fine. Mm-hmm. Okay. Nice feature. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, what's the time? 1 hour. I still have a bunch of pull requests I need to open in terms of network versus work in progress. Net packet, this one. So let's go to main. So these ones, this one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Good. So I would say we first make a change for these two. So that is vector of duplicate pack commands and clean up code comments. Okay, so we open a refactor net packets comments names. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then we take these two here, cherry pick. There we go. 1, 2. And then we have all this, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, that one is that. Okay. Okay, let's push this. Net packet structs file tree. Net packet structs. View history. Oh boy. Main. Okay. Then go here. Rebase. Merge with rebase. So it's a follow-up for 1675, 1675, and 1680. Right. Yeah. Follow up for this and this. This change contains 2 commits and cleans up the new net packet code a bit. It removes a bunch of superfluous comments that do not help the reader. Removes duplicate, removes 3 duplicated structs, and renames structs to achieve more consistent naming. Tailored to humans. Good. Refactor, minor, network. Clean up that packet code. To do add titles to commits, add pull pull ID to commit titles. Let's say clean up net packet code, comments, and names. Comments, names, struct names, and duplicate code. There we go. There we go. Then let's see if greptile will be happy with it or if it will complain again. Okay. It's modified. Oh, okay. Well then don't. Okay. Okay. Good. Let's see. Still reviewing. Yeah. Transit age. Yes, it looks to be a separate change. Looks to be a separate change, right? Okay. So, do we get an answer here from GrabTile or not? It's 5 minutes already. Jesus Christ. So slow. Slower than I am. I take hours to review. Okay, so what would be the next change then? The next one is this one. Protect text length value from overflowing. Let's do that. Text length. Text overflow. Fix packets chat len chat packet chat len overflow. Okay, then we go back to NetPacket. This one, cherry pick. All right. Still checking. Wow, so slow. All right. Then next. Slowpoke. So, this change protects the text length value from overflowing in NetPacket chat commands, and this is only this is an inaccessible limit. Right now, all text fields have a limit. Let me find that. Text entry limit, I think. No, text entry. Text entry text len. Ah, right. This is an inaccessible limit. Right now, all text fields have a limit of and can only ever be 255 characters long. The in-game chat is additionally capped to 64 to max len 64 in the WND file. Right now, this is an inaccessible limit. All text fields have a limit because all text fields have a limit of this and can only ever be 255 characters long. The in-game chat is additionally capped to maxlen as defined in the WND file. I did test with 512 characters with more than 256 character limit and was able to reproduce overflowing chat messages. It essentially, where was it? It would work, but lose chat data on transmission. To fix the string limit, the string is capped at 255 if it's that long. To avoid the trouble, the string is capped at 255 characters if it is that long. Fix minor network. Inaccessible limit, because all text fields have a limit of can only ever be 255 characters long. Okay. Good. So what about this one? Oh, 3 or 5 only. Okay, what is it complaining about? Low risk. Key behavioral change is that this for chat commands no longer adds an extra for text lengths, relying on the struct now containing text lengths. That struct layout matches the serialization functions, which now overlay the same struct. Behavior remains consistent. It's not a behavioral change. It should be fine. Should be fine. Mm-hmm. Let me add a test network match. I think I did. Did I not test? I did test chat. Guess we have to test with retail client. But this won't work. Yeah. You can test with the previous client. We can do some tests next session. Good. I think I will end it here. Yeah. Let me see this here. 2 of 5. My gosh. Why is it complaining? Mismatched helper location. Edit. This file calls it as get usable text length. Huh? Oh, it really doesn't compile. What did I miss? Get usable text length. What did I miss? Get usable text length. Get usable text length. What did I break here? Man. Okay, so greptile is right. It doesn't compile, yeah. Mismatched helper location is added. Right. Right. Right, this one doesn't compile because we need this one first merged. Right. Merge after. This will only compile after this. Okay, then we wait for the other one. Great. Okay. Well, I didn't consider this. Okay. Good. I think I will end it here. All right. Good. Then I wish you a great day or night. Until next time. Goodbye.